All right, welcome to our fourth star droid. Our fourth star droid is going to be Venus. Venus is the last one standing. Uh, Kind of like earlier in the game, when you make your first switch, you can push either direction, either left or right twice, and you will get your way to Venus. Just make sure you push the same horizontal direction twice. The theme of Venus's stage is a lot of bubbles, so just look out for them. You're looking actually for some slightly differently colored bubbles on the ceiling. Although I guess you can't really see it very well right here. You just kind of have to know where they are. That guy's going to drop down. These bubbles have 4 hit points each. It is actually possible to slide and at the last second jump before you fall into the spikes and get underneath that bubble. That's actually the fastest way to do this. I don't trust myself, so there's that. This bubble over here is kind of the same way, but right here is your ladder. So this one I don't trust myself because of these spikes down here. The second one, there's no such spikes, so go for it. If you don't get this jump and you land in this pit, this bubble is going to hit you. You can try and shoot it a bunch and try and kill it before it hits you. You're going to get hit by the bubble. Don't worry about it. Just accept your fate and then move on. Second screen of the stage. You can kind of see where this bubble is like a brighter color than the rest. Yeah. Manix is reminding me to say jump when Mega Man's backhand is at the edge of the platform because Mega Man can jump through the air on the power of his wrist. So this screen is just do that. So this next screen is kind of interesting. Your path through the screen is this. I want to talk about these bees for a second. Not the bees! Go ahead, say it, because these bees are awful. The game wanted to try and emulate the idea of bees poisoning you. And when these bees sting Mega Man, I'm not joking, Mega Man gets lagged. The rest of the game runs normally, but Mega Man himself moves in slow motion. So these bees are awful. Our goal here, we're going to follow this nice path that I've kind of drawn here. And as we're kind of in this area, so right around here, you're going to shoot this full charge we have at this bee. This bee in the top right bee, ignore him. And if you did it right, you'll just go right through the screen. Nice. This is my one original strat and contribution to this game. I believe other people do this next screen slightly differently, but I like this. So we're going to make use of some Mars missiles, the photon missiles. These are actually the boss's weakness, so don't use them too much. So here's the jump sequence, right? Shoot, shoot, shoot. What's going to happen here is our friend Mr. Crab takes 2 missiles to kill, but he's going to blow a giant bubble that's going to kind of absorb one of the missiles. So that giant bubble, if you walk into the bubble will kind of take Mega Man and, well, there's some spikes there. Have fun. If you are caught in a bubble, you have to kind of mash A and B and do the equivalent of 4 hits of damage. You can do that. I don't think you use ammo when you're hitting B there. Just don't get caught by the bubble. So again, you want to just kind of use this last B push to do that. Getting this weapon drop isn't a terrible idea when you're in this stage, especially when you're just kind of learning the run, because each shot of Mars is going to use 1 tick of ammo, and you need 7 for the boss. Each input registered counts as 1 bubble damage, and the bubble takes 4 damage. Thanks, Manix. So the rest of this, jump. You can fire a missile from up here. I don't know why I didn't. Probably because I'm bad at video games. 1, 2. We got caught in the bubble. Should have fired a 3rd one. So yes, this waterfall does push you down. But I kind of did the slide jump and went from here. You can see, I got no height in this jump. I think I got half height. Mega Man's going to make the jump. It's just tight. This is an up cancel. Shoot 2 missiles into the crab. I'm going to mention this again because I want to mention this in every video for the first 4 star droids. You need 30 P-chips when you get past the first 4 star droids. This is the 4th star droid. You need 60 P-chips for safety. That is 8 P-chips sitting right there for the taking. Getting up this ladder before the waterfall comes back, though, is your speed priority. And honestly, if you are just kind of getting most of the normal P-chips that drop, I think I've had maybe 2 runs across hundreds of this game where I did not have 30 P-chips after the first 4 robots. But, you know, it's there. It doesn't take a lot of time to grab that. Did you see it? There's a little drop of water that comes down here. I want to make sure that people see it. There. Right here. There's a drop of water falling. That's your signal that a waterfall is coming. A waterfall will push you through the floor. It will push you, most of the time, off a ladder. So you want to go fast and get through here. So let's do this. There is a bubble across a pit up here. And there's something weird about the way these dropping bubbles behave. This one, I believe I kill this one. You could probably get past this one if you were fast. But for the sake of argument, yeah. So here's where there's another bubble that I care about. This one, yeah, you just kill and go. This bubble, if you're walking across this platform, this one will drop. You want to kind of jump really late in this slide, and that bubble, for whatever reason, will fall really late. And you just get past it. Good job. Next screen. So you can't escape the giant cow thing. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's supposed to be armor. It looks like a cowbot to me for some reason. When you shoot it once with a missile or with a full charge, it will split in half. Splitting it in half makes it nice and easy to get underneath it. You have Mars photon missiles out already, so why not use them? At this point, because again, you need missiles for the boss, and the missiles aren't as effective on the fans, I think. We're switching back to Buster. We want to get a full charge going. I believe I try and save putting a lemon on the screen by starting to hold B in a slide across this platform. This is the checkpoint screen. So if you're familiar with Airman stage in Mega Man 2, enemies with fans are kind of familiar. I believe Cloudman in Mega Man 7 as well. So these are on a suck-blow cycle. Right now, it's trying to draw Mega Man into the pits. You can see that sort of the fan lines, or like the little dots in the air. When it starts flapping, it is pushing you away. We need to do 5 points of damage to these. So that was 3. The next 2 are going to come on a half charge as we are jumping wildly directly at it. We're going to kind of, use the fan as much as we can as we go. Hey, how about that? I've kind of mentioned these tiny E-Tank cans that you might see in a few places. These are kind of pieces of an E-Tank. If you get 4 of them, you get a full E-Tank. Just remember, you can up-cancel your slide if you want to do this. Also remember, there's an owl here, and that wind, despite this solid wall in the way, will affect you. I don't make physics, I just play video games. Same idea with this owl. Full charge, make use of the fan and go. Another piece of an E-Tank here, and there's another one up here. So there's actually a full E-Tank in this stage if you're paying attention. You want to jump to this ladder and shoot this bee at some point. Remember when I said most of the time the waterfall will push you off the ladder? The waterfall will only actually push you off the ladder if you give a vertical input. If you just stay still, you can hang on the ladder. Saves, probably a couple of frames because you're already on the ladder. This is a shoot slide. This is actually slightly less laggy than using a charge to take out this bee. So 2 lemons, 1, 2. Don't put them too close together or it'll be iframed and it won't actually die. Shoutouts to Eddie. We all know how Eddie works. At least at this point in the game. You could wait for Eddie. You might get an E-Tank or a 1-up or something fun. What you want to do is this is the screen where you start charging and you fall down here with a full charge. The next screen, there's going to be a crab top left. And just make sure you shoot it. The crabs have 6 hit points. So we need 3 more hit points of damage. This is going to be a half charge and a lemon. Wait for the half charge, fire that, jump up, fire the lemon, and go. So I'm jumping to fall down the ladder onto this next screen. So there's 2 screens like this in the game with big bubbles. If you jump on the big bubble, you get a big jump. If you jump on the small bubble here, you get a small jump. It's still bigger than your normal jump, but you get a big one. Now, if you just blindly hold right, that's your trajectory. Don't blindly hold right. Don't jump into the spikes. That's bad. But what you do kind of want to do is hold right to get to here, so you can shoot this bee, punch it in the face. That's my bad rocket fist drawing. And then you'll probably do something like this and just slide through the rest of the room. There is a large health drop in this room as well. So if you are low on health for some reason, you can tough it out and go for that. Again, don't get stung by the bees. It's bad. And you kind of saw the small jump there in... I want to show that again. There's a small jump off of a bubble here. Because I believe here I tried to jump up and just no spring at all. So that's the fun of these rooms. This next room, I believe there's just a crab on the far side. It is hypothetically possible to ledge jump off of that crab's platform here before it does anything. And I think you can even beat the cycle if you do that. But as long as you're waiting for that cycle anyway, because you're a mere mortal, yeah, just kill the crab and go. You can even kill the crab with a pile of lemons from here. The big scare is that bubble that's going to slowly pull you into that pit. There's that 4th piece of an E-tank, I promise you. There's going to be a slight delay here, and then a jump to get past this bubble. Feel free to kind of do whatever. I guess I kill it here. Yay. So here's a scary 1-tile gap over a bunch of spikes. I'm going to slide over it. There's a crab over here. 6 hit points. Full charge. A bunch of lemons. This is the worst room in the game that's coming up. So slide off this ledge. You're going to kill this bee. It doesn't matter if you kill it on the way up or the way down. But you're going to take this bounce and come over here. The problem with this screen is you have to somehow jump over these spikes, and you have these bouncy bubbles. And if you jump from the low bounce, it's bad. You won't make it. If you jump too close, obviously that's also bad. So just slide off the ledge, holding right, and do that. All right, good. I did do it because you land on this bubble here, so you get another good bounce. Shoot the lemon from here, and then again from here, and there are my lemons. Those lemons are going to kill a bee that's over here. This is why this is the worst room in the game. You have to kind of manage these bubbles and make this slide. If this becomes a huge pain for you, don't kill this bee. Let him sting you, and then use your iframes to get past the spikes. Any of the spikes in this room, you can basically use the bees. It's slow and laggy, but you'll survive. You have to be on this bubble to make this jump. Watch out for this bee. And you have to be on the big bubble over here to make the jump out of the room as well. This room is just, you'll just die a lot on that screen. Once you know how to do it, it's not that bad. This is just a lot of waterfalls. Get as far as you can. Watch this bubble. Don't bonk on that jump. It's really sad when you lose a run at this point and you bonked on that. Killing the crab is killing the crab. This owl is kind of the same. Do all that. So I believe, am I going to switch to Mars here? I am. So we need 7 Mars shots for Venus anyway. And 1 missile will take out that bubble. So it's kind of nice to kind of just do that. Get through here and go. Venus is one of these robot masters that's going to shoot. Well, he's going to jump almost every time you shoot. The second half of the fight, when you shoot, he might shoot and then jump. So just kind of be aware of that. But basically, because the Mars missile stays in place when you first shoot it, you want to kind of put the missile into Venus's jump path. So right there, Venus jumps. So Venus has 2 attacks in the air. One is to shoot these little chaser bubbles. They don't really do that much damage. They just lag the game, and they will destroy a missile if it and a missile will annihilate each other. Sorry about hitting the microphone. So just kind of look out for those. Venus shouldn't last very long in this fight for lag management to be too big of a concern. If you have the ammo to take them out with missiles, do it. But like, don't focus on it. Go focus on the kill. So here, the damage boost was taken there because Venus is all the way up here. I can't hit Venus then. That saves some lag from this. I don't think we're going to get to see Venus's other attack in this video. How about that? Centered. Yeah, more than one bubble will lag the game. So the other thing Venus can do is take a long low hop, and that plants a giant bubble bomb on the screen. It's not that big a deal. It's just another object on the screen to avoid, and you don't get as much time to do things with the little bubbles. So that's Venus's stage. There was a Venus first route long ago. The idea, again, was you'd have the bubble bombs for Neptune stage, which makes the choppers immensely easier. If you're fighting Venus with Buster, which you might actually have to do at the end of the game anyway, just use half charges. Same idea. When you shoot, Venus jumps into the half charge shot and just get your DPS. If you have a full charge, it's not that big a deal. You do the extra point of damage. Take it where you can. But there you go. Bubble Bomb is a great weapon. And by the way, if you were wondering, here's Rush Coil. Yay! Rush is so happy. And that's Venus's stage.